Good evening, everybody. KC3QPJ here. I'm here on Sunday evening. Geez whiz. Let's see. What's the date today? October 16th of 2022. Have a good review for you guys tonight. Something a little off of what I normally do, and just because I thought it was really cool. And then another new radio, not a new release, but figured I would give it a shot because I was a fan of their mobile radios. But we're going to do a review of, actually an unboxing tonight as well, and a review of the TYT TH-350 tri-band receiver. So we're going to do an unboxing and all that. But first, I wanted to share something with you guys that I discovered by chance at Walmart the other day, and it's totally unrelated to ham radio, but for anybody that does emergency comms or the outdoorsy type, and you like to do fishing or trimming meats and stuff like that, man, I gotta find if you don't already know about this. Now, I picked this up for under $20 at Walmart. It is a fillet knife, and they call the fillet knife the ugly stick. Now, it's a pretty neat design, and like I said, I paid about maybe $17. I know it was under $20, but you might be able to look at Walmart's website to check out and see how much that actually was. However, this thing, for the money, was actually quite impressive, and the reason why I picked this up was because I smoke a lot of salmon, and I trim fat off of briskets and roasts when I go to cook and smoke them. So I'm going to tell you right now, out of the box, now this sheath is very interesting because this little notch right here, where that little V is, that's actually a knife sharpener for the knife. Okay, and obviously you can see it says ugly stick right on it. Now, why am I so impressed with this thing? So let's see here. We'll just grab a random piece of paper. Okay, why not? This is a little thicker. This is an actual manual, but that's a manual. Okay, heavy magazine type material, barely any pressure. This thing was razor sharp coming out of the. Here's another. Here, we'll test it on the plate. Fillet knife. Okay. Get past the curves and cuts through the paper plate with ease. Okay. It came out of the box razor sharp. I didn't have to do any sharpening on it, and it's been a beast of a tool since I got it. And I utilized it the second time yesterday evening. When I trimmed a brisket, and I smoked a brisket today. So guys, if you're a fisherman or any kind of outdoorsman, or you're cooking a lot of meats and you need a good trim knife, this thing for the money at Walmart in the outdoor gear area, in the sporting goods area. Like I said, I know I paid less than $20 for it, but man, what a steal. What a great, nice fillet knife. I had trouble finding any in the kitchen department, so I was like, you know what? Maybe that's more of an outdoors thing, and sure enough, it was there. It's called the Ugly Stick. I don't know who manufactures it, but really nice knife for if you're a fisherman or trimming meats or what have you. Very impressed with this. So that being said, we have this new, to me, TYT TH-350 radio, and for the first time ever, I'll do an unboxing and try to make this as short and sweet and simple as possible. Okay, so why did I buy this one when I already have this one? This is my tri-band Baofeng with a 3700 milliamp hour battery. I've had this for about a year now. I've hardly used this. And, I got to say, I wasn't impressed on the receive on the 220 band on this, let alone the receive on it pretty much at all because of poor discrimination with the Baofeng radio. So I figured I'd take a chance and get this TYT. And if my audio is over deviating, I apologize. I keep burying my face in this microphone a little too much. But, okay. tri-band display. So it's not just two frequencies you can monitor. It will monitor three at a time, but not a true tri-band monitor. It's whatever station is busy, and then whatever station that you have that you last transmitted on, that takes priority over the other two. So wherever you have that arrow set, that's what's going to monitor on it. 128 channels, wide and narrow band. It has 25 kilohertz steps and 12.5 kilohertz steps, I believe. Oh, no, that's the thing. I think it goes down to 5 kilohertz steps, which is just fine. It might even be 2.5, but we'll check it out when we get it out of the box. So this is my first unboxing. Let's see how fast I can get through this and see how well it works. Also, this is your frequency coverage. Now, I'm going to see if there's a conflict of interest here, only because this does have an FCC approval. Okay, it's FCC rated, safe to use as a ham radio operator. So you do have FCC approval. I'm not sure what the approval is for, but if I had to guess, it would be for the fact of the spectral purity of the radio, because what I'm in question about is the actual frequency coverage. Now, it is showing within the 2 meter, 1 1/4 meter, and 1 1/4 meter, and 470 centimeter ham bands. But according to the description on Amazon, this actually will operate outside the ham bands. So if I decide to try to transmit outside the ham band, I will do so with no antenna. And even with no antenna, the radios will normally beep or something if they're not able to transmit out of band, or it'll even say out of band. That being said, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. All right, so what's in the box, guys? All right. Now, they say you could tell a lot about a radio based on the manual. Let's see how put together this manual is. And seems like a really nice manual. It looks to be over 30 pages of material here. Looks very well written. So look how good the English is. Unpacking and checking equipment. So looks like a very reasonable owner's manual. Okay, kind of off English, but it's TYT. All right, that's cool. Even has a little direction on channel storage and deleting when you are in your VFO mode. If you don't have a computer, it came with this little bit of information here. So that's pretty cool. All right. Number one cool thing, comes with a programming cable. And it looks like a lot like the chipped Baofeng cable. So I'm going to leave that packaged up. See if we can reuse that. And then we have the charging station. Let's see if we can pull that out. All right. And this looks a lot like the charging station for my Abri, but obviously they're not going to be compatible. This is a charging station, and yeah, it looks a lot like the Abri. This one has a 4-pin setup like the Abri, the last radio that I had reviewed. So charging station, charging cradle, if you guys want to be technical. The charging cradle power adapter. Converts AC to DC current. We'll have to check sometimes lately, especially with my 6-bay Baofeng charger for UV5Rs and stuff. I clip this wire. As long as it's rated 12 volts, I'll clip the wire and use my power supply to operate the charger. It works, believe it or not, and I only have 2 other radios on there, so it's not going to hurt anything. And, you know, if I have another outlet available, I'll just use the outlet, but I think I'm running out. Then you've got this antenna here. I say based on the size of that, that's probably the 220. Now, here's the difference with this antenna as opposed to a Baofeng radio. These are SMA male antennas, and yep, that is the 220 megahertz antenna. But as you can see, that's SMA male. Let's take a look at a Baofeng antenna, so that way you guys can see the difference here. So here's SMA female, SMA male. You could probably connect these two together if the thread pattern's right. Look at that. There you go. Ain't that crazy? All right. So you have SMA male, SMA female. Thread patterns look good, but pretty cool. Change of pace. Not going with the Baofeng initiative there. And looks pretty clean. Not really rubber ducky, more of a hard rubber. Maybe it might make it a little more durable. But I sometimes find that these stiffer antennas get crushed a little more easy if you're not paying attention, if you're leaning on something and things of that nature. All right, here's the battery, and that seems to be upside down. So 1600 milliamp hour battery. Okay, cool beans, certified electronics. Okay, and the battery model is an LB Lima Bravo 75 Lima. So at least it has a model number. If you want to order more, you got a model number of battery that you can go by. Here's the radio. And man, I'm really liking the size of that. It's not too awful big. It's very lightweight. And channel selector, on off volume. I'm just assuming, guys, this is an unboxing. I haven't even taken this out of the box yet. So let's go ahead and pop this in. Now, from what I can see, looking in this video, appears to be 2 more antennas in the box. And I believe that was in the description of the Amazon description. Now, I've never seen this one on Amazon, at least not for the cost that I got it for this weekend. And I will say that I paid $72 for this radio at this point. So why would I pay $72 for this? Well, I'll explain that in a few minutes here. But handy dandy belt clip, and unfortunately the belt clip does attach to the battery. So you know, the only way to replace it, you know, if you're replacing the battery, you might have to swap out the belt clip or order an extra belt clip. And sometimes if you order batteries off of eBay, you may be able to get batteries that have a belt clip included, like I did for my Anytone 578. So no, my 878, my handheld. Anyway, like I said, I hope the audio is not over deviating, but let's get back to the review here. So that's the belt clip. We're just going to leave that in the package for now. And yeah, look, one and another antenna. Look at that. Now, I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Now, here's another cool thing. Came with a little TYT tag. It says verification. Quality control pass. Now, how much honesty is behind that? Who knows, but, you know, I don't know what kind of quality control standards they have, but it looks like they're starting to have some kind of quality control, and you never get this out of a Baofeng radio. I've never seen anything like that in a Baofeng radio box, so it makes me have my hopes up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and remove that. This looks like another part of the stock antenna there. Okay, this should be the 2 meter 70 centimeter based on the size. Yep. Now look at the frequency coverage on that antenna. It says 136 to 174 and 400 to 480, which is what the website said was the transmit range of the radio, not just receive, but it should also transmit on that too. Now keep in mind, guys, you don't want to do that. It's against the rules. You don't want to do anything that breaks the FCC rules. As I've stated before, will you get caught? Probably not, but why break the rules? Okay, now according to the description, when I bought this radio, this is a Shengda tri-band 13-inch antenna, SMA male antenna, so I didn't have to look for one. Now, how good is this antenna? Well, I had one that I had gotten, doggone it, I can't remember what radio it came with, but while I'm fighting to get this antenna out of the box, and obviously dropping other packaging, I can't remember where I had heard it before, but I think it was offered as an option when I bought my 878 to have that tri-band antenna, or I think it might have been an option for the BF-R3, which is a tri-band Baofeng. Okay, so with this antenna, I will say there's no markings on it to show frequency coverage. Okay, but that doesn't mean that it's not what it's stated. And so far, let me turn this down. This is Frederick EMS that I'm listening to on my other radio here. So, generally, they're pretty good about if they say they're boxing it up, they box it up. Lost train of thought because of that call. Anyway, so Shengda, couldn't even find them on Amazon. So apparently, these people are making antennas to be sold as an accessory for some of these manufacturers, and seems like they're doing a good job, because this is the second one that I've come across. If anybody knows about that, please let me know. All right, so that's the unboxing of the TYT. I'm going to dump some of this stuff back in here that's unnecessary at the moment, and we'll set this box to the side because I want to crank this on. And the other thing that I want to try is see if it programs with Chirp very well. And once we're done that, I'm not going to do a demo here, but I might post another video in the next couple days using my cell phone. I won't have my my farmhouse ham radio in the corner there because I'll be using my cell phone, but maybe get some signal reports. And the only reason I don't want to is because the last time it killed the audio on my microphone. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. You know what? I might try to get into a repeater real quick. We're going to see how easy this is to program. And you guys just saw me unbox this thing. So pretty cool. So far, so good. Everything seems to be going the way it should. Let's go ahead and use the Shengda. We'll use the tri-band. Why not? Okay. Now, I did watch a video regarding this this radio before I purchased it, and made sure that I was able to program it via Chirp before I purchased it. And it is listed on the Chirp website, so it is Chirp programmable. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Okay. Let's see if we can zoom in now. There is no brightness control that I could see before. Let's see if my camera will focus. And it's not going to focus. Okay, it'll kind of focus. So the menu comes up. Let's go back in it. Menu, squelch, transmission power, wide, narrow. Okay, so it does have 2 kilohertz steps, and obviously menu to enter that option, and then you can use the channel knob or the arrow knobs down here at the bottom to navigate through that menu. Okay, now let's let it refocus. Timeout timer is off, beep is off. ABR, I'm not sure what that is, but there is no automatic repeater offset for this, I will tell you that. Twin dual receive is off. Transmission F, I have no idea what that is. That's receive continuous squelch. Now this is off. Now this is what's important. Here you want to hit the enter button on the radio. Enter, I believe it was. And then it'll highlight it. If you don't hit enter, it won't. So let's go and put in the tone that I know I'm going to use. 141.3. 141.3, hit the menu button, that backs out. Alright, S mode, I don't know what that is. I think 26 and 27 are the ones that I need. Shift direction, we're going to go negative. There's negative. Difference, let's highlight that. And sorry for my camera guys, we'll type it in manually. 0, 0, since we'll be on 2 meters. 6, 0, 0. Oh, hit it one too many times. And there we go again, messed up again. Let's try it one more time. 0, 0, 6, 0, and it'll automatically fill the rest. Okay. Hit menu. All right, and then there is an exit button on here, and I love these blue. These are blue. Really like that for some reason. And sorry about the focusing, everybody. So let's go ahead and program our frequency that we want. We're going to do 146,730. Let's see if that came up. All right, guys. Now, I'm just going to try this once because, like I said, the last time I tried this, it killed my mic. Now, if it does happen again, I'm watching on the screen if my audio drops out. A quick unplug and plug in should clear it up. So let me turn down my radios here, make sure I don't have any feedback. Let's see if I get a return on the repeater. KC3QPJ testing. I got a return on the repeater, and it sounds pretty good. Now the audio coming back, just based on other handhelds, it sounds on the speaker not as bassy. Let's try again. KC3QPJ looking for a audio report on 14673. Is anybody monitoring? And it seems pretty clean and clear. Now the one thing I already notice is this rate. All right, Mr. Luke, I appreciate that. Look, I was in the middle of filming a video. Is it okay to leave this in there for my video? Because I'm doing a review on a TYT TH-350. Are you okay with that? And if he's...
Great. We'll have to watch that.
All right. All right, Mr. Luke, I appreciate it. And as soon as the video is out, I'll holler with you on the radio, and I'll let you know when it's posted. It shouldn't be too long. But I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much for the audio report. And I'm going to say 7-3 and finish up with the video. W3JP KC3QPJ. We'll catch you later. All right, guys. So
Okay, very good.
now...
This is my HF login. Welcome mid-card. So I'm going to head upstairs on the HF suite, but I'll have the 2-meter ring on. We'll be monitoring, so you take care. 73 is not bad.
Okay, so I have a little bit of static on the return with the repeater, which all my handy talkies, now mind you, most times I can't even get into the repeater with the smaller handhelds that I have here, like the Baofangs and everything. And then even if I do, it's 20 times scratchier. Now that received scratching that you heard, he's 15, 20 miles from the repeater and in a way lower area than me. So he's making it into that local repeater on a handheld as well. So, all right, so real quick, let's go ahead. We're going to plug in a programming cable. See if I have one available and ready yet. I do. I got my Baofeng radio cable ready. So we'll plug that in. K-style connector, everybody. Now this radio does not claim to be waterproof or anything of that nature. So let's go ahead and bring up Chirp software. And I'm going to see if, real quick, if that transitions. So bear with me. Yep, it did transition. So let's get back into Chirp. All right, guys. So I'm going to start from the top. Here's the Chirp software. We're going to do radio. And before I do that, I want to make sure my audio is still coming in. It is coming in. So that's really promising because the last time I tried a transmission, my mic cut out. Really weird. All right, radio. We're going to download from radio. Now, this is the first time I've plugged this radio in, and hopefully we're going to do TYT. Model's already there. Hit OK. This comes up all the time. Proceed at your own risk. Yes, and let's see if it says cloning. And I've got nothing so far on the radio. Must be reading it though. Alright, I've got nothing. Okay, I'm going to cancel that real quick. Let's try it again. Download from radio. Should be the... Let's try COM 1. Experimental. Proceed. We're going to say do not show this the next time. Make sure that that's plugged in all the way, and that looks like it's plugged in all the way. Yes. Alright guys, so I have a problem. This does not want to read. So, tell you what. Give me a minute. Let me try something else. I'm going to unplug this. Let's see if we are on my main camera. We are. Okay, we're going to unplug that. Okay, that definitely went away. Now we plugged it back in and came back on. Let's get back onto our screen here. Let's do radio. Download from radio. TYT TH-350. Say okay. Odd. Alright, let's try this. We're going to close that out. And I was on the wrong screen. Let's try to redo this. Let's try radio. Download from radio. Sorry about that drop out there, guys. Could not open COM port. Let's see here. View. File. Download from radio. Let's try COM port 3. And I've got nothing. Alright. So we're going to stop that a minute. Let's go ahead and break out the TYT. We'll break out the TYT programming cable. Mind you, I was told that a Baofeng or TYT cable would work. I don't believe you need a driver for this cable, as it did not come with a disc. This is the TYT cable. Give me a minute to switch this around. And we're going to plug it in. Radio did not something program mode. Now, it's quite possible that that programming cable that I had from Baofeng is no good. Anything is possible. Alright, let's turn that down. See if we get a... I didn't get a tone. Okay. Okay, now I got a tone. Let's try this again. Alright. That's off the old one. Okay, let's try radio. Download from radio. Well, apparently, guys. Okay. Alrighty, alright. So we're going to cancel. You guys just saw that. And we will try this another time. Now, the only reason I want to try this another time is you guys saw how easy it was for me to just program in the offset. You don't have to type in the receive frequency like you do with the well, you type in the receive frequency only. Most of the Baofeng radios, you know, you got to type in the receive frequency, set up the CTCS, set up the shift, set up the shift being positive, negative, or no offset whatsoever, and then, you know, save it, and then type in your transmit frequency unless you're using Chirp. So what I'm going to do is play around with this for a little bit the next couple days. However, I really do like this radio, believe it or not. It's a nifty little radio. I love the tri-band display. And I will release another video here very shortly, maybe even tonight if I feel up to it. Hope you guys enjoyed the little change of pace with the little fillet knife that I got. Really nice radio, feels great in the hand. Audio coming out of the speaker is amazing. And the one thing also that I noticed is the microphone on this radio is in this corner under a long slit. Okay, that's going to keep you from in the microphone. So if you like to have your face up to it a whole lot, that'll keep down a lot of that crunching noise like a lot of guys like to do when they eat the microphone. But I did find that I haven't had to have my face up to it that close because you saw how far away it was when I talked. So that's 4 inches. And I got a good audio report with the Baofeng. I have to be up on it this way. So the TYT mics are much more sensitive. All right. We'll catch you again soon. Thanks for joining me tonight, everybody, and I hope you enjoy this review. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. Also, I've had a lot of new subscribers lately, and I really appreciate your support. I am non-for-profit, but if you can share and like and subscribe, if you haven't already, like the videos that you do. This will help get my end of things out in that Google search engine or the YouTube search engine a little bit better and bring me up to par with a few of the other guys online. So far, I really like this thing. It's lightweight and it feels really well made. I would not say by any means that it's weatherproof, but we'll put it through its paces here and we'll get back to you probably either later tonight or tomorrow. For now, 7-3 guys, and y'all have a good rest of your weekend. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned for an update. KC3QPJ, Aaron saying 7-3. Have a good one.